Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Roads with me, Bring It On. Let's head back to Corda. Or Mount Palmer. He rubs the back of his neck. This bush feels so empty. Too quiet almost. I think I'll set up the smoking ceremony now. He nods at you. Okay, mate. Thanks for your respect, waiting for me to do business. I'm gonna cleanse the area now. I remain silent. He uses the leaves and branches to waft the smoke. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back and remain respectful. Remain silent. He sprinkles some water into the bucket. Remain silent. He walks deeper into the bush. He approaches you, wafting the smoke over his shoulders. The smoke cleanses us and keeps us safe. Waft the smoke towards you. There's a ghost of a smile on his face. Nice to hear the birds singing again. We should go tell Auntie Carla the good news. I think I'll look around a bit more.
All right.
There's Ludafoot. Never mind. Should we leave this unattended? What would Smokey the Bear think? I guess Smokey the Drop Bear? Auntie turns her wave into a gesture asking for an update. Hiya. What now, Wara Wernwa? We're back from looking for the Wara Wern. Auntie crosses her arms. Well, spit it out, Kunyi. We chased away the Wara Wern. Auntie claps her hands and raises them to the sky in praise. Wula Yokayi. You two chased that Wara Wern away. DJ, you proper Mordich bub. I'm pleasantly surprised how you made sure that Buja didn't burn too much. Auntie beckons you closer, a smile on her lips, and speaks in a low voice. Bub, one time a stranger came to town with a dark cloud following him. After he came to my place, I heard funny sounds every night for a week. I looked around, no mice, nothing to explain it. So I brought the smoke inside and took it all around the house, telling the Wern Nunuk Coral Wuyort Wanju Nitja. And that night, I had the loveliest sleep. He looked scared and impressed at the same time. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Mom Yak. I remember that and do the same thing if I'm ever troubled like that. Hope I can be a Budiya like you one day, with all of your Mordich Cottagin. Strong thinking. Well, that night I was a little shaky, but I didn't let the Wern hear it in my voice. Sometimes something that simple can be the fix, and other times you might need the help from other Mort. She gives him a warm smile and squeezes his hand. Thanks, Bub, for all of your hard work. It might be at a stopping point for the quest in Corda. We still have the quest for Uncle Koya to do. And a quest for Kane. But we'll be thorough and check in with everybody before we step back out to Southern Cross. That's a bit odd since I was leaving. Uncle gives a gentle nod of recognition when you walk in. Hi, Awaju. Very pleased to say the word has got around Corda about your whereabouts and all good stuff. Really hope you've loved being here as much as we do. Corda's been golden. Cheers for having me. He gestures impatiently. Okay, let's leave the pleasantries, as we need to do what we came here to do. Decide who will be our next elder. Norn, slow your roll, brother. But yes, it is time to make these decisions known. The elders have yarned about it, and are happy to share the decision. Njorn, two are in Norch now, but they are with us in spirit, I'm sure. Uncle is quiet for a moment. Well, I know DJ is keen to see how he's fitting in, so we'll start with him. He stares at Uncle Koya and gestures to him in shock and surprise. The elders beckon him forwards, and he tentatively complies, throwing you a nervous glance. You'll be fine, mate. You're part of Corda, no matter what. He looks at you in surprise. Thanks, Cord. Yeah, I'm a part of here now, Una. Then mob right. I'm not on my own anymore. The thought brings a smile to his face, and the tension in his shoulders ebbs. DJ, you're asked to do a few things for our elders of Corda. I'm actually testing you out to see if you had the spirit to be a future elder, and if you're worthy enough for us to teach. I think back to when you made me Mark the first time. You put war leaves in the pot of cold water, chew. The elder laughs, and DJ looks down at the ground. I was worried, but bub, I can see you're a different man now from when you first come home with Conk Koya. Now my mark is almost as good as I make it. I'm impressed, DJ. Proper mortgage now. DJ, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You can't cut corners. As you think it'll help you, but it won't. Making Carla or even anything in life. Think more about the big picture, please. DJ, I actually bought a Wajela Way fire kit. Of course, it didn't last long enough to even make a cup of tea, Njorn. A lot of things have to be done old way and best way. Can't avoid it as much as young fullas want to do things quick these days. Hey bub, hold your head high, because you handled that war wern and we need someone like that around. Trust me, you're on your way. So we did use the fire kit at first, but we restarted, and did it the right way. I have to say, DJ has worked very, very hard to help our community. I saw something in DJ, and I'm proud I brought him into Corda. I've been keeping a close eye on him, and I've seen him grow. DJ is a young fella that always tries his best, and looks after us old fellas, which is so respectful, as you all know. Keep up with that, DJ. And as from each of the assembled elders, Auntie steps forward. Bub, your willingness to help our Corda community shows your growth. I know it's been tough trying to find a place to call home, but I hope you know now that Corda is your home. I'm proud to say that you're our next elder in training. I look forward to spending time with you to teach you all the ways of country. DJ, Allegra Coral. Come here. Once DJ is close enough, she lifts her blanket off her lap to reveal a gorgeous buka. I'm so proud of you. I made this special buka from the skins you hunted. The time you spent with me was special, as you helped me a lot, and I always knew you were a good boy. You walk with pride with this buka now. You deserve it. He marvels at the buka sitting in Auntie Acacia's lap. Woola woola. Thank you, Mom Yak. I owe so much to you for making me feel so welcome and safe here in Corda. I'll cherish the time I spent with you, and this moment.
Woola, Konkoya. You brought me here to Corda, and I never dreamed I'd meet such Quabarak Mort. I was walkabout for years, Nyorn, on my own, and always felt lost without real company. Kundarn, thinking Mort would not like me, or maybe I do something wrong which might upset Mort. I was a lonely spirit for sure, but thanks to you, Mob, for sticking by me, especially Nijibao here, Ngan Merlin, to be a Bridia Binang.
He's speechless for a moment, then speaks quietly but earnestly. Future elder. This person. He puts a hand on DJ's shoulder and gives him a little shake. Aw, thank you, DJ, being such a Burlawini part of my life. Shiny bright. But a spring in this old man's step, as you remind me of my daughter. Good on you, DJ. Can't suppress his grin. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I'm chirping to be a part of the community now. Oh, it changed his portrait too. She points at Mari. Righto, Mari. You need to address where you are here in Corda now. She sneers at DJ as she steps forwards. Pretty obvious I got no chance with you fellas playing favorites around here all the time. Mari, you're skating on thin ice, bub. Do you think your lucky stars were giving you another chance with your recent change in attitude? Don't make us regret this. Did he use magic, though? Did we ever find out? I mean, we never got confirmation he used magic. Most people seem to dismiss it. I'm gonna say nothing. Now, before everyone takes off, ask them to show Nietzsche Ball. Auntie smiles at the beautiful water swirling around you. I am pleased and proud to say that after what you did to help DJ and our mob here in Corda, we all want you to know that you're always welcome here. If you ever need clean water, you know where to come. We trust you. We'll look after you like one of our own. Uncle lets out a sharp yell of delight. I'm Jerpin now. Happy excited. We claiming you as someone we know and trust. I've enjoyed watching the pair of you go about your business, and I only hope others who come in are as good as you. I'm grateful for your trust. There's a gentleness to her face you've never seen before. You earned it, bub. Alright, you mob. Thanks for coming today. Meeting finished now. Auntie needs to have her tea. Alright, so he has it equipped. You can see it on him now, but no bonuses or anything as far as I can tell. Alright, we'll check with everybody once again. I do find it a little disappointing that DJ got most of the credit when I feel like I did a lot of the heavy lifting. I mean, he did some of the stuff by himself, like the smoking ceremony. But he only did that because I managed to help him get all this stuff. Like, I paid for the metal bucket, gosh darn it. Yeah, maybe we should have tried to get Norn evicted. It looks like he's up here influencing Mari once again. And not for the better. But it didn't seem like my place to speak up right there. I do wish this counted as an actual piece of equipment that gave him a boost in stats or something. He grins. I hear you're in the good books of the council, so you better start calling me Benar, as you're officially in the purple circle. He winks. He nods at DJ. You too, Nguni. Walk tall now, okay? His cheeks darken. Thanks, Nguni. Will do. A little bit of new dialogue. Took us talking to everybody in Corda, though. But now we can head to Southern Cross and begin the investigation into who's sabotaging the power. After we check in with Ngama real quick. Alright, do you know anything about a Saboteur? You immediately sense that you've fallen into the midst of a very long and convoluted argument. I'll tell you what I've told Siobhan, and anyone else who will listen. This place is old. It needs more than maintenance, it needs an overhaul. The K system was never meant to handle this kind of load. Not for this long, and not without help. If we don't get it fixed up soon, catastrophic would be the mildest way to describe what happens to this community. What's a K system? Compressed air energy storage. CASE. He points at an important looking shed in the middle of town. We use solar power to pump air into a reservoir under the town. Then at night, we let the air back out through some turbines, which keeps us online 24/7. No downtime. Only town in the state that doesn't need to turn all our lights off a couple hours after sunset. Well, apart from Kalgoorlie, there's a special case to begin with. Regular case, not an acronym. Could I take a look at your case system? That's up to Siobhan. He sucks on his teeth. She's kind of a bigwig around here. Tells people what to do, even if her only authority comes from having designed the device. What's the device? He points at a curiously beautiful construction of iron girders and interlocking metal plates. Some kind of weapon Siobhan designed and had built. I don't understand how it works, but Kalgoorlie does, and it keeps them away. She said something about it being a deterrent. All I know is, we fire it once, and the whole city goes offline for at least 24 hours, until I can reset the whole system. I told her she'd want to have a good aim, and she looked at... Yeah, and then she looked at me like I'd asked to blow my nose with her doctorate. Hello again. She offers a timid smile. Yvonne mentioned she slipped you some laxatives. That's rough. It was her? She goes from ice-cold calm to luminous rage in the space of an instant. I ate nothing but boiled rice for 3 weeks, just to make sure it wouldn't happen again. Anthony still can't look at me in the eye. Maybe I should just move back home. She covers her face with her hands. At least then I could sleep without checking my pillow for scorpions. Siobhan's really mean to you, huh? For the first time, a spark appears in her eyes. I don't know what her problem is. I try to stay out of her way, that just seems to make her hate me more. Try getting up in her face. Bullies are always cowards underneath. Is that what people tell yourself so you can sleep at night? You know, you're right. She hesitates for a moment, then squares her shoulders. I may have come here under false pretenses, but that doesn't mean I have to put up with her bullcrap. Then she fiddles with her plate. I'll just confront her, later. False pretenses. Have you seen anyone suspicious around lately? Well, you. She laughs nervously. We're a pretty tight-knit community. Not a lot of places to hide. Do you know anything about Southern Cross's electrical grid? I use a regular telescope. She shrugs. Manual tracking, manual focus. If I needed electricity for my studies, I'd be better off up at Murchison, but they get raided a lot. It's hard to find a functioning telescope these days. Must be worth a lot. Well, I ground the lenses myself. It's the one good thing Siobhan had to say about me, actually. She looks at the apparatus with a mixture of fondness and consternation. But then she pointed out that I need to adjust the mirror. I left my tools at home. So I've been able to get precise measurements like I'd hoped. Just another way I'm not a real scientist to her. I didn't know real scientists had sticks so far up their own butt. She stops herself. Never mind. I could go get your tools for you. Oh, she toys with the end of her plate. It's probably not worth it. It's really far, and my family isn't... She trails off, then she perks up. But maybe, if you see some cheap, you could pick me up what I need in another town. I'll need a carborundum stone, pine pitch, turpentine, and jeweler's rouge. He looks around. I should be able to make do for the rest. Do you know anything about a saboteur in Southern Cross? As soon as you say the word saboteur, she starts shaking her head. You don't make it in Southern Cross long without some kind of credentials to back you up. Everyone knows everyone. There's a saboteur here. They must have been here a long time. Longer than me. It's the only way they'd be able to hide in plain sight. I still get people gossiping about me if I ask for an extra egg at breakfast. Who's been in Southern Cross for the longest? Probably Siobhan. He looks up thinking. Anthony had only been here a couple of weeks when I arrived, and Abuela was still getting called New Girl. She starts counting names off on her fingers. Y'all, Nolan, Emma, Riley, Hayden, and Lauren all arrived together. Eloise and Pontus showed up a little later. Melissa, Rebecca. She looks down at her hands, then suddenly snaps her fingers. Maddie. Answer me these questions 3 guy. No one knows when he got here, I don't think. People kind of treat him like a piece of furniture. He'd know more about the history of the town than I do. Alright, so we need to find a few things for her. So I have turpentine, right? No, that's iodine. So at one point we had some of that stuff. I don't know who I sold it to. I don't think I ever had the jeweler's rouge, but I've definitely seen it before. Maddie mentioned you need the device to keep Kalgoorlie away. Why? I want us all to swap the focus of our research to things that would benefit Kalgoorlie. Better weapons, genetically modified crops, medicines that keep their population docile. And they're really, really bad at taking no for an answer. He stares into the distance. Devon gave us safety from all that. We're free because of her. And she gets no recognition for it. He shakes his head. Sometimes I wonder why she puts up with us at all. Anthony told me a bit about your troubles with Kalgoorlie. What exactly is the device? She taps her fingers on her wrist in a complicated pattern. Kalgoorlie's wanted us to join their ranks for as long as Southern Cross has had walls. The buildings here used to be a community housing for the scientists working on various top-secret projects set up by the government in Kalgoorlie Boulder. After the bombs dropped, some people moved to Kalgoorlie permanently, and the rest stayed here. She speaks as if answering an unasked question. I'm not a fool. I know we can't hold out forever. But in the meantime, I have something that'll melt the masks right off their soldiers they so much as sneeze in our direction. She sighs. I spent a long time trying to dream up a solution, but... She waves dismissively at her surroundings. You see what I'm working with here. Can you tell Maddie to let me have a look at your case system? She narrows her eyes. That depends. What's Boyle's law? Thou shalt not steal, covet thy neighbor's science doodads. She shakes her head. Sorry, bucko. Access to vital infrastructures on a needs basis. Keep asking around. I'm sure there's something Lily will tell you that she won't tell me. I don't think Lily's a saboteur. She sighs dramatically and crosses her arms. What got to you? Or I'm just a poor lost hick parade? Or her, I'm so bereft I don't know where I fit in self-pity party? Neither. Oh, so you think she's cute? She holds up a hand. Let me save you some heartbreak. Little Miss is basically a robot down there. She could have her way with anyone she wants, but nope. She's got this celibate, anti-aesthetic going on. Try flirting with her. You'll see. God knows I've seen enough awkward attempts to get into her pants. I spend most of the time in my lab. You're jealous. Sure, buddy. The only reason two women can ever disagree is because one of them is jealous of the other. She rolls her eyes. You done? She's the one that brought all that up. Obviously she's jealous. You're really not doing yourself any favors here. Look, I just want everyone to see Lily for the two-faced liar she is. She said she came here seeking knowledge, but omitted the fact that it's knowledge about us that she came looking for. Well, let's do a request first, and then we can determine... Well, maybe she'll give us more information after we get her these ingredients. And then maybe we can determine if she's a saboteur. We talked to everybody that we can talk to, so... Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll probably head to Meriden first and see if we can find this stuff. I may have sold it to someone in Corda as well. I swear we had turpentine. I don't remember selling the turpentine. We must have. So, we'll try to track that stuff down next time and try to continue the quests around Southern Cross. We'll focus on Southern Cross quests like we did with Corda. And go from there. But for now, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.